Hey y'all, let's go make a fuzz with our microKORG for guitar. Let's go check it out. To set the record straight, I ran my 88 heavy metal Strat into the Strymon Timeline looper with no delay or reverb. And then that is going into a DOD Bifet preamp, just boosting the signal in a pretty clean way so that it's at the right line level for the microKORG. So that's going into the line 2 portion of the microKORG, which is then going out into my Traynor amplifier. Alright, so if I go to global and hit our global through on, you'll hear some sound kind of coming through. Not quite clipping the amplifier though. So if I turn that global off, we won't hear it anymore, and that's okay. Well, how do we actually hear the sound? So what I have going on is the arpeggiator, and if I hit this latching on with the arpeggiator, and if I hit basically a key, I could use this like a stomp box, we'll start clipping our amp with the sound that's going through the synth. And I'll show you how to make this patch. So here's what it sounds like. Arpeggiation to kind of fade out and then keep your global on through, and then if you hit arpeggiation again and hit a key, you can kind of use it like a stomp box. So let's go through the settings and what it takes to actually get the sound out of the microKORG. So where we start is in our voice section. We'll have our synth set up on a single, and then the next one is going to be poly, and then blank, and then nothing. Pitch is at 0, also 0, I think it's just straight up across the board 0, 2, and then 5. I don't think I messed with that too much. Oscillator 1 is using audio. The first number is 0, and the second number is also 0. Oscillator 2 is a triangle. That's set to RS, -4, and -25. Mixer, 127 and 111. And if I play this again, I'll show you that mixing in the second one will actually kind of change your fuzz tone, for example. Our filter is a 12L, 82, 37, 0. I believe also 0. Filter EG is 0, 77, 35, and 127, and on. Amp is 127, center, on, and -63. So you would think that that distortion setting, that middle one that's on, would change it a lot. And it does, but it just wasn't quite like as big of a distortion thing that it could go set. I really found that blending that second oscillator was kind of the biggest functionality change that really helped get towards that sound. So, continuing on to the amp envelope generator, that's 0, 86, 111, and 127, and on. And I don't think I really have anything else going on, but what I will show is if I play this, I can go turn on the delay, and I get a pretty amazing sound with this too. With anything, you can change the amount of audio that's actually coming in through the back, just a little bit. You can also go into mod effects and add everything else. So if we want to go add some chorus to this, you can do that as well. So another solution that I kind of got to get more fuzziness out of the amp is going and setting that second oscillator to more of a ring mod. And then you can kind of change this pitch. Albeit it's ring mod, but it's can like also get some other similar things. And I kind of demoed this a little bit in my bass monster video to get like thicker, nastier bass lines. You can actually hit this second oscillator and make it a ring mod that's affecting the actual sound, and then you just use the mixer to blend them in. But I think that RS style oscillator too, at like -4, kind of got us to where we were really excited about this. that's how I created a fuzz or overdrive style effect with the microKORG. It's a great way if you just have this synth lying around just to plug in and see what options you have available. If you want to go try out a different type of effect, maybe you've never had a flanger or phaser before, you can go implement that. You can go do many things. If you're not excited and haven't thought about this yet, plugging a guitar in the vocoder thing is super cool. You can do it. You kind of get like Cocteau Twins style sound. So that's going to be in an upcoming video. If you like the stuff, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think that fuzz sound sounded like. Is that more of an overdrive? Does that remind you of like a blues driver, or, you know, some other like muff that you had, some muff variant? I know there wasn't a ton of distortion and clipping and chaos, but it definitely is more of an effect than not. So let me know what you think, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you.